मैं तुझे जान से मार डालूंगी।
तू मुझे नहीं मार सकती, तू मेरी माँ है।
मैं एक औरत हूँ।
मैं तेरा बेटा हूँ।
रूपा सारे गांव की बेटी है, वो मेरी लाज है। बिरजू, मैं बेटा दे सकती हूँ, लाज नहीं दे सकती।
Bollywood's portrayal of women has evolved drastically over the years, yet the trajectory seems disheartening. To understand why, let's start by revisiting a scene from a film almost 70 years ago, a scene that encapsulates the early representation of women in Bollywood. In the 1957 classic Mother India, a son is torn between his loyalty to his mother and his violent path. His mother, Rupa, a woman of immense dignity, stands firm despite hardship. However, as decades have passed, the portrayal of women in Hindi cinema has undergone troubling shifts, moving from empowerment to objectification.
कौन है तू? कभी राजवीर सिंह की बंदी है तो that's it.
एक औरत से कहे कि तू मेरे जूते चाट, अगर एक आदमी कहे कि एक औरत को थप्पड़ मार देने में क्या खराबी है, वो पिक्चर सुपर डुपर हिट हो तो ये बड़ी खतरनाक।
Bollywood's treatment of women in films has always been through the male gaze. In the beginning, the heroines were shown as strong characters who upheld moral values, but they were always secondary to the male protagonist.
I saw it as a character film, a film based about a character who was deeply dysfunctional, who was inherently violent, who had many emotional issues, and I really loved the treatment of the film.
In Mother India, for example, the female character is the pillar of the story, enduring poverty and abuse, yet maintaining her integrity. But the portrayal of women in films quickly evolved from this strong archetype into something much more troubling.
प्यार से दे रहे रख लो, वरना थप्पड़ मार के भी दे सकते हैं। लड़की के पीछे भागेगा, लड़की पैसा लेके भागेगी, पैसे के पीछे भागेगा, लड़की तेरे पीछे।
Fast forward to the 1980s, when Bollywood's star culture dominated the industry. Men, led by the likes of Raj Kapoor, Dilip Kumar, and Deva Anand, became the face of cinema, with their popularity affecting the representation of women on screen. By the end of the 60s and into the 70s, female characters were relegated to either the role of the sacrificial mother or the victim, often subjected to physical or mental abuse. Women were expected to endure, silently tolerating violence and oppression, and this portrayal only worsened in the coming decades.
और सुनो, चमक चलो, जब तक तेरे पैर चलेंगे उसकी सांस चलेगी.
The rise of the angry young man era, exemplified by Amitabh Bachchan, further distanced female characters from being central to the plot. Sexual violence, often depicted as a catalyst for the hero's character development, became commonplace in the 1980s. Films like Akhri Rasta and Ram Teri Ganga Maili highlighted the woman's dependence on a male protector, reinforcing her fragility. In the 90s, a different kind of woman emerged in films like Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge, but this wasn't one of empowerment. The female lead, like most others of that time, was portrayed as subservient, requiring male approval and direction. This led to women being either the hero's love interest or objects for male desire, often both. Despite the occasional strong portrayal in films like Chani or Mirch Masala, women were still largely reduced to secondary roles. By the 2000s, things seemed to improve with films like Tara Rumpum, Fashion, Chak De India, and Astitva portraying women as independent, capable individuals. However, even as female-centric films gained popularity, many blockbuster movies still followed the tradition of sidelining female characters. In films like Dabang and Gajini, the female lead was often reduced to a secondary role, still crucial, but overshadowed by the male protagonist's star power. Yet, by the 2010s, we witnessed a new wave of female-centric narratives. Films like Kahani, Mary Kom, Dangal, Padmavat and Gangubai Kathiawadi brought forward complex female characters who broke societal norms. These films were not just well-crafted, but also commercially successful, challenging the traditional roles women had played. But despite these successes, the shift had not been easy. While women in Bollywood were slowly gaining more space, the behind-the-scenes reality was starkly different. Priyanka Chopra, in her interview, discussed the challenges she faced, how even her decision to take on roles in female-led films was met with skepticism.
आजकल एक दौर था बॉलीवुड की हीरोइनों का कि फिल्म एक अचार के रूप से इस्तेमाल की जाती थी.
We talk about equality and opportunity. We talk about cerebral opportunity.
मैंने आपकी जितनी भी मूवी देखी है सारी वुमेन सेंट्रिक मूवी है. आगे चल के आप वुमेन सेंट्रिक फिल्मों में नजर आएंगे या फिर आप अपना वेट लॉस करने का भी कुछ सोचा है?
She was told such films were the last resort for actresses, usually at the tail end of their careers. If you've made it this far, you're likely enjoying this deep dive into Bollywood's evolving landscape. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment below with your favorite female-led film or star or movie. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.